Hey everyone, so it's Paul from MageCloud.net and MageCloud Agency, and I'm happy to have one more guest for our business chat, Mr. Tommy. One of the main staff are like he's the CEO of the Sexshop.dk. That's first of all, it's unusual, right? Like not everyone in the sex business those days. And number two, which I really I'm really happy to share is like he's from the Scandinavian countries, so I'm really passionate about Scandinavian design and mentality and Hugo style and stuff like that. So I really hope that he can bring a little bit more value about how e-commerce is doing in Scandinavian business, area. So hi Tommy, thank you for being with us.
Hey Paul, thank you.
So the first question that I have is pretty generic. So what brings you to the e-commerce? Can you tell me a little bit more about, how it started and
Yeah, it's actually so at first, yeah, it's a bit different like market that we are in, and it's also a bit unusual story for me how I ended here. So I'm actually an accountant, but a good friend of mine started this business in 2011, 12, and he started it, yeah, and then I got into it in like 16, where I helped him with the finance and the accounting. But I got more and more excited about this e-commerce and all the marketing about it. So when the founder Michael, who started it, he wanted to try some new things. I said, yeah, why not? Let me try to buy you out, and then I'm gonna go further with it and try to build it even bigger and even more. So that's actually how I got into it. And to tell you a little about our company, so it was started of Michael, but like it was a small business. He started from home and did this drop shipping, but in over like 3 or 5 years, Michael actually gained the business to be one of the leading web shops in the market for sex toys in Denmark. And right now we have shops in Denmark, Germany, and Sweden.
is it like a physical locations or that's like a warehouses?
Yeah, right now we have our own warehouse. So we have a big warehouse in Denmark where we ship out from. So yeah.
Sounds good. So basically, can you tell me a little bit more how it's all organized? So basically, the warehouse is when you store all the inventory stuff. You have Sexshop.dk, which is the website, right? Or maybe you're running like a multiply different websites.
Yeah, like we actually do it like we have multiple stores. So, and we run it, yeah, in Magento, where we run like a store for Germany and one for Sweden and one for Denmark in one Magento installation. So it's easy for us to like maintain the products and everything about the websites and the designs. So first, that's like an easy way to combine it all. And then we use our warehouse to ship all the orders out from. And actually with this like setup we have made and have like implemented with you guys, we are actually able to ship out all orders that are made before 9 p.m. to be shipped out and delivered the next day.
What do you use for this as a shipment provider? How do you ship it?
Yeah, we're using this the Scandinavian or Danish shipment called PostNord. So they are like the biggest one in Denmark, and they can actually do it pretty fast, and they do a good job.
Do you happen to sell also on the different marketplaces, or this is all go through your website?
Right now we're actually only selling on our website. So because of the products that we sell, we have like some some kind of issues with the different marketplaces. We've tried to like use some of the marketplaces like Amazon and so on, but we always get hit by we cannot make any advertising, and it actually only like drop the price, and it doesn't make any good for us, as we can see right now.
So then the question is, if your web store, it's like the main source of your business, what's the primary channel for you to market that? Like, is it organic traffic? Is it like social media marketing, email? Can you share a little bit more about that? You know, what's the channel right now for the sex shop business?
And it's funny. It's always funny to talk about the sex toys, because it's a bit different, but it's still a product that has to be sold, and we have to do it like all other like nice to have things. It's like a hobby article, like people going hunting and so on. That's the markets that we are competing against. So, but we are not allowed to like advertise on Facebook, and we're not allowed to advertise on many places. So our main focus is on Google Ads and SEO right now. And then we do a lot of in the past couple of it's almost the last year, we have like focusing a lot on the newsletters, because we can see that if we can maintain the customers there, then we can also use a little more to get the first buy, you know. So we can use a little more on Google Ads if we get them on the newsletter, because we are maintaining the customers at our place. And the newsletters is really getting to be a big part of our sales channels.
I don't know if you can speak about the kind of the numbers, but in terms of like percentage, like, do you have any numbers like organic, that's whenever like X percentage of the traffic, ads, it's like different emails?
I don't have the exact numbers right now, but I know that ads it's like our main channel. I think it's between 60 and 80% of our.
That's Google Ads. All right.
Yeah. Okay. For our first buyers.
For the first buyers, right? Yeah. Okay.
And then our newsletters are getting to be a bigger part of that.
So like it's pretty similar to the other customers that we spoke in the past. Like it's pretty similar. Like the new account acquisition, it's always coming from the Google Ads. Yeah. So this is really a stuff that's not surprise for me. Can you tell me let's talk a little bit more about the sex shop in general. Any specific stuff related to that? Like, I don't know, I never buy this stuff online, so even offline, but I mean, like, do you know, like, what's the specific challenges, from the, like, for the customers, right? Like, those days they don't want to be tracked with the cookies. They like, even if it's delivery. I know I used to work with one of their sex shop business in the United States, and one of the challenges, customers, they don't want to, they don't even want to receive the package to their house, because in the US they just bring the sex, the package right in front to your door and leave, right? So they really worry about that. So they even develop like a system when instead of providing my direct address, I could pick up the location and then kind of get the package out of the USPS station. All right. So what about you guys? Do you face like similar issues?
So we are facing some of the same issues as you said. You don't buy that online. Nobody does if you ask them. So but we see they do, and for us the main goal is that it's 100% discreet. So nobody knows that you're buying sex toys. So we're using a lot of effort to tell people that, and that's also one of our bullet points. So we always, but it's not only the package, right now it's also on your bank account. You have to be sure, okay, there's nothing about sex toys there. So we have to make sure on all levels, like bank account, delivery, emails. So we have to be very discreet, and that's not easy for us, because when we send an email, we send it from our main company name. And people are thinking, who are they? I don't know. I've not ordered something from this company, but they have. So that is actually one of the big barriers for us to really work with. We can see in the last 5 years a lot has happened on that place, but we still actually see someone, they don't want to buy anything from us because we have the name Sexshop.dk. They don't want to have that on their browser. So that's also one of the reasons why we, for 1.5 years ago, we bought one of our competitors, which is a more like discreet name. It's called Wink Wink. And we use that to be even more discreet. So we're actually trying in the same market with 2 different websites to like trying to catch 2 different segments. The ones that are very, very, very discreet, and the ones that are only discreet.
So you just started a great topic about some acquisition from the other websites. I like, out of my history, I don't really remember any of my customers to acquire any competitors. Can you tell a little bit more about like how this process works, how you choose which website you want
to yeah, so to be honest, it was actually because this competitor had other businesses, so he really wanted to get out of the market and sell his web shop. So he came to us, and our first thought was just, no way, we have enough. But in other way, we could see a lot of like we could get more effective, and it could bring us a lot of value that we bought this. At first, it was like, if we buy it, nobody else does it, so we can remove a market. We can remove a competitor from the market. 2, we can use it for SEO and for some advertising to see, okay, how is it going? And 3, that we could use it for like the customers that didn't want to go to Sexshop because of the name. So that was actually like, okay, we found like a lot of good things about it. So we said, okay, let's do it. And then it was actually just, he was also running it in a Magento installation. So it was pretty easy for us to like overtake this. To, like, it was get the keys to the car, and then you can run it. And then we set up with you guys, we set up some synchronizations at first. So it pretty much runs automatic. So it was pretty easy.
So let me ask you, let's for now forget about sex shop as a business. Let's imagine like I'm a merchant, right? I have my website, I have my customers, I have the traffic. What's this like? What do you think like as a strategy for me to sell it? How do I supposed to evaluate how much my business costs? Do you have any tips for that? Like
to get starting with a brand new business, I have a, like, if you have an idea to a web shop.
No. For example, I already have established website. I've got, let's say, 50,000 of traffic. I'm selling something like my revenue, let's say, whenever 100K a month. How I can estimate what my business worth? That's probably will be interesting for our readers.
To like estimate how much it's worth. That's one of the 1 million questions, So it's always it has always to do with who are the buyers. So for us it was pretty easy because we knew Magento. So for us it actually has had some worth, but for another buyer that didn't know anything about Magento, it wouldn't have the same value, you know. So you always have to look at who are the buyers in the market, and do you know them? Because if you know them and know what they are looking for, the value can increase. Yeah.
But in terms of like let's say for example, if I wanna like make acquisition of this certain agency, let's say, I know there is like 1.2 multiplier of the annual revenue. So you take like annual revenue, multiply 1.2, and that's how much the company might cost. Yeah. Do you have like any specific formula that you have in mind, you know, like how? Yeah,
of course. And we also have like, now I'm from the accounting business.
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking that. That's why I'm asking.
I'm doing a lot of calculations. So and we do a lot of them. So, but I don't want to go to the specific. I more want to say that there are a lot of like factors that you have to look at. You have to look at the setup of the company, also the setup of the web shop that you buy. But you also have to see which market are you in. So go to I don't know, go to Ahrefs or any other website to check, okay, what is this market? How is this market running right now? Is it decreasing or increasing? So to see what are the what are like the possibilities in this market.
All right, so that's a great topics. Can I ask you a little bit more specific about like again, a little bit out of the sex shop business, but in general, let's say I'm a business owner, I have established a website and store in Germany, United Kingdom, United States, and I want to kind of spread my business and I want to enter Scandinavian market. Can you share a little bit more about this, like Scandinavian market? What's the specific or kind of maybe like a quick takeaway, you know, key points?
Yeah. So the quick key to take with you from this is actually that Scandinavian is not. You cannot see Scandinavian as one market. You have to see the different countries as different markets. That's a lesson that we had to learn. So in 2016, they got some Sexshop.dk got some capital added to like expanding to Sweden. But at first we like thought it was we can just make a translation and let it run. But the Swedish buyers are just very, very different from the Danish ones. So like in Denmark, we are maybe more focusing on pricing and delivery. So fast delivery and a good price. In Sweden, they are like more used to the delivery time can be like 1 to 3 days. It don't have to be like 24 hours. And they are more loyal customers. So if you can, it's harder to get them inside your nest, but it's you're keeping them there. They're not that. They're more focusing on, for example, environmental packaging or something like that. So it's like different markets, but also markets that are very like first movers on many things, I think. So it's like an easy one to start up with, but remember not to just post a lot of money in it. You have to like wait a little and let it grow. Let time do its thing.
Sounds good. So couple of things that I really are always asking my customers. If you revert back, like over the entire time when you're with the company, do you remember any specific kind of mistakes that, something that went wrong, that you released after like 3 years that was all like, this was the wrong one? And what's the good things? What's the wins? Like maybe unexpected stuff that happens. You did not expect it, the good stuff that come out of nowhere, share your story.
Yeah. So to be honest, this thing about the expanding to another country was actually like a big mistake because it cost a lot of money, and we didn't get that out of it. So, but one of the bad or the big mistakes about it was also that we did it ourselves. We did not consulate with a local agency there, or a local, I don't know, marketeer or something like that, that could tell us, okay, so this is totally wrong. The Swedish people will never buy it like this. They're focusing on this, and so on. So that's actually one of the biggest mistakes that we've done. That's this expanding to Sweden without actually know the market, and at the same time focusing all the energy on Sweden, so we forgot the home market. So it was like bad time doubles. So that's like, I think I want to show people this, that okay, you have to like always remember your home market, and then always get the right consulting for other markets, so you're not just trying to make a copy of your web shop.
Once I know that you have this like a negative story about getting into the new market, do you have any plans? Maybe try it once again with the right way, go into the UK, Germany. I know Germany is probably about sex shop. They're more open country.
Yeah.
from what I know.
They actually are, and it's for me. I didn't know anything about the sex shop markets before I got into it, but I can see, and we can see in the analysis and statistics and so on, that it's very, very different from country to country. And Germany are, as you said, also, they are what do you call it? They're like
open-minded.
Open-minded, yeah. And they are like 2 steps ahead of Denmark. So we can see, okay, the things that are like cool in Germany right now, they come to Denmark like in 5 and 10 years. So we can see it in that way. So, but to answer your questions, we are actually trying to start it up in Sweden again. We have always had it in Sweden, but with like low resources. So, but now we are starting it up again. I made an appointment with a Swedish marketeer, and she is helping us like get into the market again, and we can actually see that the revenue is increasing very good. So
okay, sounds good. Good. What about positive stuff? Something that unexpected, like kind of luck that happened.
Yeah. So the best luck that we had was actually that the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy got out. The market actually run up for 20 to 25% just because of these movies and books. So that was pretty lucky. So that was really a good thing for us. But another thing that we did that was really lucky was using pop-ups for newsletter signups. We have always thought of it like this: pop-ups are annoying. We don't want to do that for customers. customers want this discreet web shop where they can buy their stuff. But actually, this pop-up helped us a lot. It was just like our newsletter list was just exploding. So in 1 week, we had 1,000 new leads on our newsletter.
So now you bring my interest here. So that was the pop-up that just come up when someone lands on the page?
Yeah, we have done it in 2 ways. We have done it so when they're on the page for like 11 seconds, they get this pop-up, get a free product. If you sign up here, you get a free product for your next order. And we made it like a teaser, so you have to, it's like in the bottom you get like this small bar where you can see, okay, click here and subscribe to our newsletter and get a free product for your next order. So those were the 2 things that we did, and we did it just when this coronavirus came to Denmark, because then we had the time to do it, and we just wanted to like try it out. But we should have done it for a long time ago, because as said, we could see every week we got like between 500 and 1,000 more newsletter subscribes. So that's like,
amazing, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's like, it wasn't a prioritize from our side, because we thought it was just, no, that's annoying for the people.
Yeah.
But if you use the pop-ups right, it can actually increase the value for the customers.
Yeah, I like right after this call, I will go to your website in incognito mode and I will test it by myself. No, listen, that honestly, the reason why I really enjoy this type of conversation, because that's a feedback from you, which is a good share points, and then like I can just bring this value to some other, customers. So this is really awesome. All right, so let's do this way. I mean, like, as a takeaway from this entire conversation that was really, really useful for me, and I'm sure that will be useful for all of our readers. I mean, if you would start like entirely new e-commerce business online, what will be, or maybe for someone who is starting it over, like hustling, what will be like 3 key points that you want to advise,
So I would actually say, like, you have to focus on selling the products. So as said, I'm not from the e-commerce market from always. I've just got into it for a couple of years ago. So, but we did have too much focus on like doing it right and do it like this button has to be this color and it has to be right there. So better to get a good website running and get all the bullet points and all the USPs out there. Tell the customers, okay, here you get this and this and this. Why do they have to buy at your place instead of the other place? So really have this focus on the selling part of it. And like I said, this newsletter, it's definitely not dead. So newsletter, keep them going more and more and more. And focus on signups, because if you get them in, you can when they buy second and third time, it's very, very cheap for you to get those buys.
Retention.
Yeah.
Retention is another key, right? Yeah, that's awesome, man. So I think at this point, from my end, feedback also for our readers, guys, please subscribe to our newsletter, because we will be doing some awesome video with the real guys who's really doing the business, making quite a bit of expertise from the real shit. So subscribe to our MageCloud agency newsletter. Go ahead, try Scandinavian market out, visit Sexshop.dk if you need to. And we will be happy if you will have any questions, you can send to Tommy via email contact, and he'll be able to advise. So man, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. That was really useful even for me, and I'm sure this will be useful for the buyers as well. So stay safe, say hi to the family, and enjoy the rest of the week and the weekend.
You too, Paul.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.